All right, let's talk about the Libertarian Party. They don't get their due, but this year there's something special about the Libertarian ticket.
Yeah.
You've actually got legit Republican, former Republican governors.
With strong resumes. Yeah, great resumes.
I mean,
experience in office.
What the hell? What's going on?
Yeah, Gary Johnson, 2-term governor in New Mexico. William Weld, 2-term governor in my home state, Massachusetts. They are, on those merits, way more qualified than obviously the Republican presidential nominee, because they've been vetted through the political process. They were successful on their own terms, and I don't know what Bill Weld is doing, signing up to the Libertarian Party, but it's like a legit. These are legit people. I don't remember a Libertarian Party having legit people, legit-ish.
And you raised a good point before we went on, which is, you've got...
This could be a Libertarian's year, is what I'm saying.
It could be, yeah, exactly. Why is that?
So, going into the general, Hillary and Trump have probably the highest negatives we've maybe ever seen combined. I mean, there's all sorts of folks going, I hate both the other party's candidate, but I also hate my own candidate. So that's obviously a recipe for a third party doing pretty well. I don't think they're going to win any electoral college votes, but if you can get 20%, and clearly both Republican and Democratic parties are feeling the stress of, are they breaking apart? There's the wings of both of these parties are super dissatisfied with the elected candidate. So you got a lot of people upset who could do protest votes. Libertarianism has its own appeal to a certain wing, mostly the Republican Party, but you could have it appeal to other folks. One of the things we were talking about also is Johnson is on the right side of history, whatever you feel about the morality of it, but marijuana legalization is happening. It's going to roll across the states over the next 10 years. The revenue opportunities that I wrote about once are just extraordinary for the states. So we're not turning back the clock on that. Gary Johnson was way out in front as a Republican saying, I'm pro marijuana legalization, which fits his libertarian view. So he could get, I don't know whether you call that demographic millennial or stoner or a committed libertarian, it will align with the fact that marijuana legalization is going to happen, and he's going to be ahead of the curve. He is already ahead of the curve, way ahead of Trump and Clinton on that one. So he's got a good issue. He's got a disaffected voter base. He and his running mate now have legit resumes. This could be, I'm not saying they win anything, but they could you get 20-25%, and then that would be an interesting, huge thing.
Which would have been, if that were to happen, that would be better than Ross Perot did against George H. Bush.
And Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton in 92. Yeah. Didn't he pull?
Yeah, 92. Yeah. You got Perot and Nader being the most famous third-party guys, having substantive effects on the general election. Yeah, could they do better? I think they could. Yeah.
Yeah. The only trick will be Ross Perot is rich.
Yes.
Really rich.
Right.
So
right.
He could
self-funded candidate.
Is and Ralph Nader has been, he's been around for decades.
Yep.
60s.
Yep.
In the public's consciousness.
Yeah, he had 40 years of building up a resume.
So you still got a poor party and two guys who do have resumes, but don't have but don't have national profiles.
Right.
But it's a crazy election.
It is a crazy election.
There's like so much that nobody could have anticipated.
Right.
That who knows?
I'm going to say it's going to have it could have a substantive effect on the general.
It could be.
Whether I don't think it means they win electoral college votes, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting.
It's a good way to close out your political career.
Yeah.
Go on a lark. A nationwide lark. Presidential campaign.
Bill Weld is sort of famous for that. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. I think that's all we have for this week.
Thank you for listening.